Hello, my dear Scorpio. This is your love and spirituality reading for the mid-month of June 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I read for the signs in order of most liked videos, so don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your sign. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. I put astrological information for the month of June in a video of its own that you can check out in my playlist Q&A. You can also find it at my webpage www.queenofcupstarot.se. The reading can go both ways. The message is for the people who watch it, so if you cross-watch for another sign and recognize yourself as the main person in the reading, just trust your own intuition and you will get the message you need. For this reading, I used the Osho Zen Tarot by Deva Padma. I have been using it since 1995, and many of you have asked how I have learned to read tarot in the way I do. This deck has been my main source of inspiration together with Crowley's Tarot. It is working with the wisdom of Zen and can be used together with cards with Zen stories to get an even deeper knowledge of your situation. I will make a shorter 5-card spread, hopefully shorter, to make it more digestible for you. And now I will start shuffling your cards. So my dear Scorpio, when I open your deck here, I see moment to moment and success is in the reversed. 6 of Wands this is. So moment to moment is 2 of Pentacles. So it's talking about taking baby steps, okay? Moving forward with baby steps. 1 step forward and maybe 2 steps back, and then 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and this is the learning curve, the learning process. With the 6 of Wands, it's like maybe you don't want to be good, okay? Or maybe it is that you fear that you are not good enough, that you have nothing to present to the world. 6 of Wands is a card about making win-win situations, being the bigger person, having the capacity to lead other people to victory, being a teacher, being a person that kind of spread the keys to the beautiful rowdy prisoners, as Hafiz says in his beautiful poem. But you are building up to this moment, and we also have friendliness here. So this might be also a love connection that has a little bit of problem of being manifested into a win-win situation. Sometimes we can be more as rivaling siblings in a love relationship or in any kind of relationship, instead of being 2 grown people caring for each other and wants to see the other person happy. And then there can be no win-win situation in these cases. So we need to treat our partner more as we would our best friend or a client if it's really bad, okay? So I call the divine with love and light. And here we have compromises with the 6 success. So this time I actually feel that the compromise card is a good card. It's always a good card because it's talking about making compromises, being friends. But here, or also I have been talking about this as a situation where we're either over-functioning and doing everything for everyone else, or we're under-functioning and we kind of don't take responsibility at all. But here, when it comes together with the 6 of Wands, I'm thinking this is the way to go. More compromises. Talk with people and find a way to come forward together, how you can both have kind of what you want, maybe not exactly what you want. That is what's the meaning of this card. If we compromise too much, we become like politicans and we are not able to fulfill our life destiny. For example, in politics, maybe we want to free the slaves, but if we kind of say we come with a compromise that they will only be free on Sundays, it's not really a win, okay? But here it's indicated that there needs to be win-win situation, okay? So neither you or the other party is absolutely right. You will have the best way forward with compromising and seeing things from both of your perspective and finding the best path forward. And it will be done with 1 step forward, 2 step back, 2 step forward, 1 step back. And so it won't be easy. You have to like try your way forward and, trial and error. maybe this will work. No, maybe we can make a list of the chores in the house and then see if we are not arguing about this so much in a family situation, for example. In a love relationship, maybe we can talk about moral values. What kind of high values are our relationship leaning on, and seeing if that will help with the issues. For example, if we focus more on making the other person happy, or seeing their point of view. If both people do this, then there can be created win-win situation. So it's indicated that you are with someone in a situation where there's not such a enormous gap between you, because in other case I would give another advice. If there's a very big unbalanced gap, usually you need to put very strong boundaries if you are in an abusive situation, for example, and it's very big gaps between the giver and the receiver. One is giving, and the other is receiving and tearing down and breaking down things. But here it seems like to make win-win situations and to actually move forward, you can collaborate with the people around you. They might be wise enough for you to actually collaborate with, instead of putting very high boundaries and saying this is how it needs to be for me if I'm going to survive this situation. So it's actually very positive. Okay, so I called the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have a love situation that's lopsided because there's a lack of this win-win situation. It might mean that you are not going to win in love this time. Maybe you are used to winning, maybe you are used to be the one that are the most like the one that people take care of in a relationship, for example. It can be that you are a very beautiful woman and you are used to being spoiled by men, for example. And this is kind of saying that this is not going to happen this time. You're not going to get ahead or get along or moving forward by one stepping on the other. It needs to be equalness, even if you are better looking. Okay, so it's kind of a joke, but it's one example. I can't say all the examples I see, then I will sit here until tomorrow. So it can be a feeling also of being a princess, and that you need to be princessly treated. And it can, of course, be that of the prince. Nowadays, most princes, young princes, are a little bit like Rapunzel in the tower. They are not eager to find a princess. They are kind of more having the princess on an arm's length distance like this. So it's, of course, generalizations, but I'm showing that there's another way to see this too. I'm just trying to come along in a way that you can understand me. So it can be someone acting like, well, I'm so gorgeous and so wonderful. We have also this generation with people, the millennials, that have been taught by their parents that they can be anything, they deserve everything. So people can come out in relationships being very pompous and thinking that, well, you are lucky to be with me. So we can also see this kind of situations here with the 10 of cups in the reverse, because it can be like no situation is good enough for you to dip your toes in it, because now I'm waiting for a better situation. I'm in love with this person, but I will want to be in love with someone more beautiful, someone richer, someone that has a more beautiful car. So it can be a lot of these kind of things. But the most common things with this will be that it's only one person in the relationship is trying to make win-win situation, and the other one is not. And then we are back to the situation where you need to put boundaries again. If you are with a person that's very spoiled and acting like a prince or a princess, you can't continue spoiling them. They need to be faced with reality. Okay. So I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Scorpio viewers. So I want my dear Scorpios to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay. So, okay, it's ready. I will just tune in for a few seconds to your energy, Scorpio, and your reading. So, This is your reading. It will be a 5-card spread for you. Hopefully a little bit shorter now then. Okay, so this is you or your situation right now. This is you in the past, and this is you in the future. This is the past of outside circumstances, people, the divine maybe trying to communicate with you or connect with you. So outside the circumstances, past. Outside circumstances, and this is the future for those. Okay, so here we have the now, and we have the source, and it's in reversed. This is the highest energy card in the whole deck despite the sun, and it might indicate when it's in reversed rage, or a person kind of wants to destroy the world or have revenge. So maybe someone has stepped on your toes, or you have stepped on someone's toes and make them like a little bit spiteful. It can also be a person being very uninspired, like losing their longing, losing their will to live even, or losing their trust in a dream that they might have had. So it's kind of with the 10 of Cups and 6 of Wands in the reverse that we saw, that if you have a person in your life that's acting very spoiled, or not taking part of the relationship, not really putting in the effort, you can feel like you're giving up on them. So I'm hearing this song, Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You. So the rage is higher vibration than depression. So some of you will meet this with rage, that the person isn't doing what they should do in this relationship, and you will take yourself out of there just on the skateboard of rage. But for others, that's being more like questioning, why on earth are you doing this to me? Why aren't you helping? Then there's the song, Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You. Okay, so there's a scale in between here, how different Scorpios will deal with this situation. It might be the other person and not the Scorpio that's also thinking like this. So it might be also one person is angry and the other person is about to give up. So, and here's the past, and we have Thunderbolt. So Thunderbolt is like an ongoing disaster. The divine wants to change something in your life, wants to take away something that's not healthy for you. It might be that you are in the wrong occupation, in the wrong relationship. It might also be that you are using the wrong skills. Maybe you are, or someone is using the wrong skills. Someone is being like this prince or this princess, and they need to come out of their freaking Rapunzel tower, okay, and come down and live with the mortals, and understand that everyone is equal underneath the sun, okay. So there's some people here that might be feeling that they are above, and the divine doesn't want this. So if you are in a situation with a person that has acted very spoiled, be happy, because the divine is on your side trying to unspoil them. Okay, so you're getting help from the divine. This is very clear, direct help. It's like, first, maybe people have whispered to this person that there's other things out there to be seen. It's not only this, like lying on the divine, eating grapes. There can also be other things, like the beauty in putting your whole soul into a relationship, or into a work or an occupation or a creation. That will make you feel proud of something that's for real, not just proud of being born. So I'm usually giving the opposite advice here. So I might be talking about the person that you're dealing with, because usually I say, well, you are worthy by just being born. But some people doesn't need to hear that. They need to hear that there's other things out there, that you can reach for the stars. You can put your mind to things and make things very beautiful. If you put all your efforts into making your spouse happy, you will have a happy marriage. If you put all your energy into your business, you will have a thriving business. So it's like someone needs to get down from their high horses and put their energy into this situation, and to realize that it needs to come from you. Some of you might also be in this situation yourself, that you are you want to have things, you can feel a little bit victimized, and you want to have, like, you want to feel that you are worthy, and that you think that the divine is sending you unworthy things, like, why do I always meet such a crappy boyfriend materials? Okay, why can't you send me someone that would really, suit me? Why do I have to do this all the time with the same kind of people? Or why do I always being thrown this low-paying job when I want this other thing? So then the mission here, or the whole idea behind this, is by you changing this to the upright Ace of Wands, the source, using your creative force, because you are the pioneer here. You are the divine walking on earth. So it's up to you to be the magician and create your situation. So if you don't like the low-paying jobs, take a low-paying job, work your behind off, and prove yourself. Get a good, not diploma, but a good, like someone is talking good about you, and you can use this to get a higher paying job and a high paying job. Or maybe one day, eureka, you will have an idea and you will create your own business, but you need to start to put your mind into it. Okay, not just wait for it to come to you like rain. And here is the future, and this is turning in. It's a 4. The thunderbolt is 16. This is 4 times 4. So this is like a stable 4 being destroyed, and this is a stable 4 being built. So I'm thinking you leaving one safety zone to enter something else that's better for you. So I'm thinking what you have been avoiding is your feeling about the situation. If you, for example, put yourself in the situation where you are a prince and a princess, and everything is going to, like, you're going to live happily ever after, then you might avoid a lot of uncomfortable feelings. But you're also avoiding to grow up. So when you meet these uncomfortable feelings, you will also grow up, and you won't be a prince or a princess anymore. You will be a king or a queen. So I'm thinking for many of you, the whole issue here is to face your own emotions. Stay with your own emotions. Tune in. Whatever wants to come to you, feel it. It's not going to take anything away from you. It's probably going to make you unhappy for a while, because when we feel all the feelings that we might have been storing away somewhere, this might be a great resistance towards feeling your own feelings, and the divine is taking down all your defenses towards feelings, those feelings, and here you kind of need to feel them. You need to digest the trauma that you might have been through that has put you in this position of wanting to be pampered a little bit. And so what you need now is to feel all this feeling, and this is going to make you grow up, because when you have met all feelings that is to be felt, and you have met them with open arms, rolled out the red carpet to them, and just embrace them, what else can be like making you upset from now on? When you have embraced all the feelings, that is, nothing is going to make you upset. You are going to be so grounded, and that is to be grown up. So whatever shit world or the universe or other people is sending towards you, it's not going to really bother you, because you're going to feel it. You're going to take it as your intuition. All these emotions coming to you, you're going to listen clearly, and you're going to have a solution to this. Like, okay, I see this person is rude. They are not going to be welcome in my kingdom anymore. Or you might see that, okay, I still love this person, so I need to work together with them to make it work, because that's how important they are to me. So when we listen to our emotions instead of getting freaked out by them, we become much more stable, grounded, grown up, bigger persons, are able to create those win-win situations that we saw in the beginning. Okay. So this is you. So probably you have some walls up towards something that you don't want to experience. And by taking down these walls and seeing what's behind it and kind of embrace it, the red carpet, welcome it, say, I accept that I feel this way. I accept that I don't have the situation I want to have. I accept that this person doesn't love me. I accept that this and this and this. Then you are grounding yourself. You are putting yourself in the bottom. Thunderbolt here, it wants to tear down everything that's not true with you, and what you have left is the bottom. And here you are building from bottom up, so you're building up something new, something much more healthier for you, Scorpio, that will be making you very, very strong also. So this is the past of the outside circumstance or situation, and it's isolation. So it seems like it's someone taking themselves out of isolation. They might taking themselves out of a very heartbreaking situation, or the person itself has started the same situation that you have started here to get yourself out of this. Here it's towers, here it's ice, so it's still blocks. So both you and an outside energy is trying to take yourself out of an old situation of trauma that both of you have been kind of shuffling underneath the carpet and didn't want to see. Here it's the emotions being frozen into an iceberg, and here it's big walls being put up, maybe towards other people or towards the things you don't want to feel. And in both these cases, they are being tear down, and something new is going to come, something hopefully more healthy also for this outside energy. Schizophrenia, okay. So I'm thinking like this, that there's a person here that feels very hurt by you, Scorpio, for some reason, and they might have taken the decision to not be with you anymore, so they have left you. Remember that this reading can go the other way around. It might be you have taken this decision as well. And the Two of Swords is when we kind of we cut the course with other people. We out of it's like putting a lid on a situation, trying to avoid further heartbreak by not acting at all. As you can see, this person is not acting. They are just hanging here in balance. So they are not taking a real decision, because it might be very hard. You can't control your own heart, for example. If you love someone, you still love them, but you can refuse to talk with them. So it's kind of this what I see. Might be an outside entity that refuses to talk to you because they don't want to have drama or heartbreak in their lives. So they are trying to take themselves out of a abusive or negative situation. It doesn't have to be that you have been abusive. It can be that the dynamics between you two have made the situation very unhealthy. And it doesn't mean that it's even unhealthy. It's just this person's judging of this situation, that they see it as unhealthy for them, and they're trying to take themselves out. It might be that someone has blocked you, stopped talking with you, or they might deflect everything you say. They just, it's like they have the shields up. So it might be that they are using different methods to deal with you, to not get so affected themselves by the drama that has been between you two. So I will read a source card for you. Ace of Wands. There it is. Sorry, it's 10 and then aces, so it's a little hard to find. When we speak of being grounded or centered, it is this source we are talking about. When we begin a creative project, it is this source that we tune into. This card reminds us that there is a vast reservoir of energy available to us, and that we tap into it not by thinking and planning, but by getting grounded, centered, and silent. This schizophrenia is actually about silence, enough to be in contact with the source. It is within each of us like a personal individual sun giving us life and nourishment. Pure energy pulsating, available. It is ready to give us anything we need to accomplish something, and ready to welcome us back home when we want to rest. So whether you are beginning something new and need inspiration right now, or you just finished something and want to rest, go to the source. It is always waiting for you, and you don't even have to step out of your house to find it. You just have to feel your inside, like in turning in. So what I'm getting here as well is that this might be a time where you are being sheltered by the divine, because you need to go deeper within and do this turning in thing. So you might not have so much time with people, social situations, work, or other things. So for some of you, it's a time of going inwardly. This schizophrenia, it's about two different mindsets. Like, I love them, but I hate them. I want this job, but I fear this job. I want to aim towards this dream, but I fear that if I aim towards it, I will lose and I will become disappointed. So all this is the games of the mind wanting to freak you out. If you go with the things that is within your heart, you can't really go wrong. But you also need to be mindful enough to not let yourself into abusive situations. So for example, if you love someone and you know that they are not good for you, you can say, I love you, but this situation is not good for us. So keep it real, keep it true. With schizophrenia, it's kind of a person trying to avoid conflict by driving themselves insane, like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So try to not drive yourself insane. Admit to the truth, whatever is tormenting you, and take a necessary decision to move yourself out of a precarious situation. Okay, so I'll continue reading the source card. Zen asks you to come out of the head and go to the basic source. It is not that Zen is unaware of the use of energy in the head, but if all the energy is used in the head, you will never become aware of your eternity. You will never know as an experience what is to be one with the whole. When the energy is just at the center pulsating, when it's not moving anywhere, neither in the head nor in the heart, but it is at the very source from where the heart takes it, the head takes it, pulsating at the very source. That is the very meaning of Seizen. So it kind of says that both your heart and mind needs to be in it, and it might drive you a little bit crazy because you want to be either black or white, but you can't be black or white in this situation. You need to have both your head and heart with you. I'm grasping at something else here. It's coming and going. I'll see if it comes back again. Zazen means you're sitting at the very source, not moving anywhere. A tremendous force arises, and transformation of energy into light and love, into greater life, into compassion, into creativity. Well, here it comes. See if I can grasp it before it runs away again. It's about you. You don't want to grasp to anything because you're so fearful of losing. You are more afraid of having to lose something, to make a mistake, or to dream about something and then not having it. So you're more afraid of that than the joy of having this thing in the first place. So you're not really putting in the effort because you're fearful of the end result. So you're not very trusting into life. But if you can tune into your emotions and, deal with any emotion that comes along, just stay with it, be the ambulance for it, say, okay, come, step into my ambulance here, I will treat you well, give all your attention to this feeling. You will learn to deal with your emotions. You will learn to heal them. You will learn to heal yourself. You will learn to digest your emotions. And then if mistakes happen or you aim towards your sky goal and you fall on your face, it's not going to bother you. Okay, so you don't have to be this. This can be very low self-esteem, like a person, no, I'm not going to go there because it's not going to happen anyway. So that's what wants to come true. A tremendous force arises, a transformation of energy into light and love, into greater life, into compassion, into creativity. It can take many forms, but first you have to learn how to be at the source. Then the source will decide where your potential is. You can relax at the source and it will take you to your very potential. Some of you doesn't want to grow up because you want to still have the warm embrace of parents taking care of you, fixing to your every need. So growing up will kind of create a great sorrow inside of you. You feel lost at sea, like you haven't found home. This is your home inside of yourself, and you will become a grown-up the moment when you learn to digest your own emotions. Then you find your new home, and you don't have to lean towards others. You don't have to be victimized by others. You don't have to be dependent on others. You still want to be with other people, and you can be dependent, but you don't have to be codependent anymore. So you become grown up. So Sacred Rebel for you, Scorpio. Ooh. 2 cards. They were shot out of the deck here. Restore and replenish. So this is what came. And focus on the light. So you see how beautiful. So you both these things. It's like you are being reborn here through this ongoing disasters situation. Maybe someone is leaving you, or you are shunting out someone, or there's a lot of things going wrong in your life. So I actually 37 and 38, so that was also very interesting. Okay. A tremendous force of light is gathering around you. It is attracted to the purity of your intention to create from your heart. As your intention grows, so does the light. As the light grows, so does your intention. Magic wants to happen for you now. The synchronicity, perfect timing, opportunities, and information that are needed will seem to be drawn right to your door. You may start to feel as if you cannot walk outside without stumbling into something helpful, wonderful, and inspiring. You might be startled at this interplay of light with your heart evokes many new successes and attracts an abundance of opportunities your way. You may need to adjust as the field of light grows stronger and its effect becomes more palpable. It may bring rather dramatic improvements into your world. You may be uncomfortable or feel out of your depths with these changes. This would be understandable, but it would be a shame for you to hold on to the resistance for anything more than a brief moment. Any resistance or fear will inhibit the continuing free flow of the light so that it can't manifest its beauty to you. And it wants to manifest its beauty to you in the physical world where it's needed. So I'm thinking here that you are, everything you resist persists. So even if you resist your dreams, they will persist, okay? They won't go anywhere. And if you resist your pain and your feelings, well, they won't go anywhere either. So don't resist, relax. You know, this girl, she's just where she is. She just feels her feelings. She lets the situation be what it is. The body feels like it feels. She's not trying to change anything. She's not trying to change the voices that comes in and out of her head. She's just being there like an awake presence, ready to digest everything. It's like the here with the thunderbolt in reversed. This is healthy. This is healing. So it's like a divine ambulance that needs to be transformed into your ambulance to take care of you. So that your light can start shining through. It's like you're in a big purge where you're trying to clean your inner canal and your Merkaba, your beautiful magnetic field, so that you can shine your light better into the world. But still, God helps the one that helps themselves. Don't forget this, okay? You are in need of something so much deeper than rest. You need restoration, replenishment, and revival. This will not necessarily come from lying about somewhere, taking a moment out of your day or evening activities. You are more likely to gain what you need by breaking with your routine completely and doing something different. Even though I'm thinking yoga, mindfulness, meditation, giving a lot of attention to your inside, staying with your body, nurturing your temple might be very helpful. You need some variety, some spice, some change to bring fresh energy into your body, mind, and heart. You need to restore and review yourself by changing the usual flow of energy through your being. You could stimulate this process by going to a different place, meeting different people, and taking different actions to what you would usually do. You can return to your regular routine in time if it feels good for you. However, it is now time to move without pushing yourself beyond what is known, comfortable, and familiar. This oracle also comes as a message from the great loving guardian, which is life itself. You have been working so hard and have accomplished so much already. However, you often sell your accomplishments short and focus on how much more is yet to be done. Life is telling you that it's time to put down the paintbrush, the pen, the endless list, and taking mind and get into your body. Take time to experience yourself in and out of nature. Remember how to just be. In doing so, even for a relative short amount of time, you will feel more of yourself and ready for the next phase. You might be surprised what just a day or two of this can do for you. Restoration does not have to be long and involved process, especially if it's attended to when needed. So maybe some of you, Scorpio, really need a great long summer vacation as well. Okay, so my beautiful Scorpios, I hope this helped. I want you to take really, really good care, and I welcome you back to my July reading that I will perform in the mid-month of June. Okay, bye-bye.